Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I want to give a quick technical analysis of 3 stocks I'm looking at this week, as well as possible trade setups. Starting with AMD, looking at the weekly, starting from this low here, I see so far 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe we're on wave 5, with wave 2 being a flat and wave 3 being a zigzag. Another thing I noticed that if we compare wave 1 with wave 3, we can see that we're at the 1.618. That's textbook for a wave 3 to be that much long compared to wave 1. Another thing is that as far as this retracement, if this was wave 4, if we draw from the high to when I think that wave 3 started here, we can see that we've had 618 retracement, and on top of that, the low here did not cross into wave 1 territory. So what does this mean? As of right now, at this point in time, I'm thinking that we completed wave 4 with a simple zigzag. Now keep in mind, it could be some kind of a combination correction and extend longer, but as of right now, I'm thinking that this is a completed wave 4 and that this is wave 5. So if I'm under the assumption that this is wave 5, I'm looking to see if there's 5 waves that have formed. So far I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So has wave 4 been completed and we still have one more wave up to complete wave 5? Another thing I've noticed is this ascending trend line that started at the lows and we recently touched on Friday. I think if this ascending trend line holds, perhaps we can trade to go long with our entry, the break of this candle, and then our stop somewhere around here, which corresponds to the high of wave 1. Because if normally with Elliott wave, if wave 4 goes into wave 1 territory, normally then that wave is invalid unless it's a diagonal. But to keep it simple, I think that this would be a good risk-profit ratio to go long here and keep our stop close here. So that's what I'm looking at as far as AMD goes for this week. Next I want to talk about is Bank of America. Bank of America does look similar to AMD in that they both had this ascending trend line. However, the difference with Bank of America is that the overall trend is still down. Bank of America did retrace to the 382 Fibonacci level, which corresponds to this resistance line that I got from this gap that formed here. And as we can see, it's hit it twice, once, twice, but rejected and came back down. And then we do have this ascending trend line that we've hit here once, twice, and then like hugged it around here, and then we came back Friday here. So even though the trend is technically down, I'm looking to see which way it's going to break out of this triangle pattern. If it wants to go up, I think the next resistance area is going to be somewhere around here, which doesn't really give us much to work with. And then I think if it breaks to go down, then, we do have little resistance here and here, but I think the goal would be retesting lows. So yeah, Bank of America is coiling, and it'd be interesting to see if it's going to, retrace up a little bit more, or are we going to retest lows? But again, if we have a breakout of this triangle pattern, I want to see volume and then possibly get in at the retest of either this line or this line for that move. Finally, I thought I would bring to your attention PayPal, which has earnings this Wednesday. And just looking at the daily, it practically tanked and then recovered and is retesting highs. PayPal is one of those companies that actually has benefited with current events, but I wonder if there's enough juice to break these highs, or has the move already occurred and is baked in? So I think there's a few ways to look at PayPal. I mean, off the bat, maybe this is a double top and, we might head down. Or if we scroll a little bit over here, we can see that we kind of have hit this area 3 times. So I'm wondering what if this is a bigger pattern that we should look at? Maybe this is some kind of a triangle correction that's occurring and that we might be headed down. Or for the bull case, maybe this was A, B, C, and now we're headed for a new impulsive wave here. So maybe we should be looking for 5 waves up. I think regardless, if we think we're still correcting into maybe a triangle pattern, or if this is a new wave, impulsive wave up, if we look from the lows that we made in March all the way to the recent highs, we've gone up 50% within like 25 trading days. So, that might be considered a lot in a short amount of time. So I'm wondering if earnings is going to be a non-event, or that we might have some sort of pullback just to consolidate before we try to make new highs. If we are bullish, another thing I thought I'd mention is that, say this was wave 1 and now we're comparing wave 3 to wave 1, we're again at the 1.618. So, that again is textbook for wave 3 compared to wave 1. So I don't see how, we can't rule out some kind of consolidation or wave 4 forming here at these highs. So yeah, I'm going to look at PayPal to see how it interacts at these highs, and possibly before earnings, look to see if I could create some kind of butterfly or iron condor to play for a possible non-event or some kind of consolidation. But again, we'll have to wait and see how the market opens up on Monday and how PayPal is going to move throughout the week before earnings to see if that's something that might work out. Alright, so I'm going to be watching this week AMD, Bank of America, and PayPal. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment down below what stocks you're watching as far as earnings go, or what setups you're seeing. And then, as always, see you in the next video.